Hi there, my name is Joe Lima. I'm a patient of Dr. Martin Gorman. I discovered Dr. Gorman after I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, from which I suffered for a couple of years, as did my wife, because I was keeping her up with my snoring and all manner of noise that I made, just trying to get a decent night's sleep. After I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, I gave it some thought. I didn't want to have to use a CPAP machine like my father does. The machine's done a world of good for him, but I am just too young to have to connect myself to a machine in order to get a decent night's sleep. I also need to breathe during the day. The idea that something's going to help me breathe at night, well, wonderful. Well, what about, the rest of the day when I'm wide awake and I'm doing my work and I'm trying to exercise? I need air. I don't know about you, I need air. And I wasn't getting enough of it. So a little bit of research turned me on to something called the DNA appliance. And I said to myself, I need to find a doctor in my area that can prescribe this device for me. A Google search led me to Dr. Gorman, and I am so happy it did, because it has made a world of difference. And it started making a world of difference for me after just a few weeks of treatment. For one thing, I don't snore anymore, which my wife is very happy about. I wake up rested after a decent night's sleep. After a good night's sleep, I wake up rested, having had vivid dreams. I had stopped having dreams when I had sleep apnea, if you can imagine that. Just lying in bed for 8 hours, barely asleep, not even having dreams. Now I have the kind of vivid dreams that I used to have when I was a kid. I wake up rested and ready to go. I used to have to collapse onto the couch and get an hour and a half nap, or have a double espresso to get me through the afternoon. I don't need that anymore. I've got a lot more energy, and it's sustained throughout the day. My workouts do better. I'm much more emotionally even-keeled. If you can't breathe, you can never really relax. Another thing, I was a lifelong allergy sufferer. I used to take this medication that was pulled from the market because one of the side effects of this medication was cardiac arrest. After that happened, I told myself, well, I'm not going to take any more medication for my allergies. Blessedly, since using the DNA appliance, I don't need medication for my allergies anymore. I can breathe, and it's wonderful. Something I've really enjoyed about Dr. Gorman is the fact that he uses the appliance himself. There's no substitute for that. When somebody believes in the product so much that they use it themselves, you know you're onto something. As a matter of fact, I go to see Dr. Gorman, and very often during the appointment, he's wearing the appliance himself. That's how much he believes in it. And he knows the ins and outs of it. He can help you, if you tell him, I've got this issue, I've got this issue, I've got that issue. He can help you straighten it out because he's familiar with the issues himself. If you suffer from sleep apnea, don't wait. Pick up that phone and call Dr. Martin Gorman. If you've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, but the idea of having to connect to a machine to get a decent night's sleep is unappealing, call up Dr. Gorman. Go see him today.